All right, good Friday afternoon. We're officially less than 24 hours from the start of summer, but of course it already feels like summer out there. We do have a few more clouds popping up this afternoon than what we saw yesterday, and it's a little bit more humid too, so you'll probably notice that as you head out the door. Temperature's going to get into the lower to maybe close to the mid-90s for a few of those locations kind of away from the waters. About a 10% chance of an isolated shower, but once again, most locations today will be dry. Can't rule out one or two downpours, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Current temperature is already up to 90 at the airport. Not as bad up in Hammond at 84, 89 in Slidell, 86 in Gulfport, 88 in Houma. So everyone is warm, but with a little bit more humidity, we do actually have a heat index value today. It's not terrible. It could certainly be a lot worse, but feeling like 94 at the airport, 93 is your heat index value in Slidell, 90 in Gulfport, and 93 also down in Houma. So a bit warm out there this afternoon with more humidity. Not really seeing much on radar. Yesterday at this time, we were seeing a few little downpours trying to pop up. Not really seeing that today. We have high pressure sitting over us, and that means a lot of sinking air. So don't expect much rain today. Maybe one or two little showers tries to bubble up. This makes it look a little bit more dramatic than what we would actually see this afternoon. This evening going into tonight, not going to be bad. It will be a little bit more humid, so muggy waking up for your Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with maybe one or two little showers, but for the most part, your Saturday is going to be pretty dry. And then we just dry out once again as we go into Saturday night, Sunday morning. So your rain chances for the weekend, not very high. Most locations stay dry through Sunday. It's by next week we're going to get back into our more typical pattern where we see those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They'll be more widespread, and really that's going to go throughout much of next week, but really Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look like our best shot of seeing some of those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. With the increasing rain chances, that also means our humidity goes back up, so our dew points will get back into the criteria where you step outside and, if you're wearing glasses, they immediately fog up. So we're not bad. We're in the upper 60s today. Tomorrow and Sunday still around 70. That's pretty manageable for us. And then as you go into next week, notice we're up into the mid to possibly the upper 70s with the dew points by the end of the week. So this is when you start to get those heat index values over 100, which is, well, how it should be down here this time of year. By the way, remember we do have that ozone action day, or the air quality alert. Kind of goes along the river. It includes all of New Orleans Metro, St. Tammany Parish, and up towards Baton Rouge, more of your cities. And that's because there's not a lot of wind, there's a lot of sinking air, so you get the ozone developing along the surface layers, and that's obviously not good for any unhealthy or sensitive group. So just something to be mindful of. That does go until tonight, and then we should start to see improvements there. So your ozone, of course, the pollutant caused by the cars and the industry. Now, ozone isn't emitted by the cars, but when it reacts with the sunshine, those chemicals, you get the ozone. So that, of course, collects at the ground level, and it's all thanks to the kind of calm conditions we've been seeing. Also calm conditions out in the tropics. We like to see this. No development currently expected for at least the next 5 days. That's as far as the tropical forecasts go out. But look how quiet the Gulf of Mexico is. That's great. The Caribbean's great. The main development region, what we call out in the Atlantic, is quiet as well. There's tropical waves, but there's a ton of sinking air with that dust, and you can still see the dust. Quite impressive. Here's Cape Verde Islands, the African coast, all that dust pushing out. You can kind of see it outlined here. This is what's heading towards the west, and it's eventually going to get here as we go into next week. So you can see here by this weekend, most of the dust entering the Caribbean, getting up towards the northern Gulf Coast, maybe a first little round of dust this model shows by Tuesday, and then we'll kind of watch the more dense areas of dust approach us by Wednesday, and might even stick around through all of next weekend. So of course, we've been saying this over and over again, but maybe some vivid sunsets, and it's kind of hard to tell. Sometimes the sunsets are very anticlimactic when you have too much dust, so just something we'll be watching. And of course, we'll be watching our air quality as well, but it happens every single year. There's your 7-day forecast, though, staying hot and humid through the weekend. Better rain chances, though, as we head into next week.